Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I was going to start off with the whole my name's Sean and this, that, and the other, and I felt like that was too much like a meeting. So let's talk about something a little more personal. Today I want to talk to you about something that's really been bothering me. I want to talk to you about my gusset. That's right, I said it. My gusset. Now, I don't know about you. I don't know if your gusset's bothering you as well. But hopefully today we can figure out how to fix it. For those of you that don't know what a gusset is, well, I guess I'll just have to show you mine. It's right there. These are my work pants. And a gusset's just a piece of fabric that's sewn in between the seams of your pants to give you more room and to make them more comfortable. Now, if you're having the same problem that I am, and after a 12-hour shift, you feel like you've been to the Nutcracker Suite, and I don't mean the ballet, then stick around. I'll show you how to fix this problem. Let's head on over to the cutting table. So here's what you're going to need. You need, of course, the pair of pants that don't fit right. You need another pair, or some fabric that at least matches. You need some scissors, or a rotary cutter, a seam ripper, some sort of a straight edge, can be a ruler or just a piece of cardboard, whatever you have, some chalk or a pencil. Alright, the first thing you want to do is you want to turn your pants inside out. And if your pants already have a gusset, then you're going to look right through here. You're going to want to take all of those stitches right through there out that are holding that gusset in place. For that, you need your seam ripper. Alright, I didn't think we were ever going to get done. Anybody need a tetanus? Okay, so now we have this opening. It's where the old gusset was, and here's the old gusset. Now this gusset still has the seam allowances folded in underneath, so we're going to need to press it so that we get the size of the gusset plus the seam allowance, and then add the extra inch onto the ends of that. So that will be the true amount that we're adding to it, but you must press those seam allowances open. Alright, off to the iron. So like I said, we're going to press it flat. This is going to open up all of the seam allowance from the original gusset, and that way you can have an exact shape to use as your new template. And we're done. Alright, now you want to get the fabric that you're going to use to make your gusset. You're going to lay down the piece that you just got through ironing. That's going to be your template. That's just going to give you the general shape. You want to go ahead and grab your ruler or whatever you're going to use. If you have one of these clear rulers, it makes it really handy. You can kind of see through. See how much you're going to actually add to it. I think we're going to go ahead and go with 1 inch. So I'm going to line up my line right with the edge. and then go ahead and mark with the chalk. You're going to want to do this for all 4 sides. Don't do like I did here. Go ahead and extend your ruler up a little bit further, that way your corners or the tops of the diamond-shaped gusset will actually touch. If you do like I did here, it's not the end of the world, as you'll see. Mine managed to come out just fine. We're going to go ahead and mark all 4 sides. It is important to remember that we're not just adding width, but we are adding length as well to this gusset. So you're going to want to maybe move this up a little bit further on your fabric. You don't want that bottom of that diamond to start down there at the bottom. There was plenty of fabric here, but you're going to want to make sure that you have enough. Now we're going to go ahead and come back and we're going to finish connecting these lines down at the bottom. This one's not going to touch, but it doesn't matter because the very, very tip is going to end up in your seam allowance anyways. Alright, like I said, you want to remember to cut on the inside of that line. If you cut across the line, not the end of the world. You want to cut right up to the point. We'll go ahead and do this on both sides. And that's it for this step. Alright, so this gusset's quite a bit larger than the original. That's the original on top. And so if you were to sew this in to that original opening, then you're going to end up with a baggy gusset, and nobody wants a baggy gusset. So what you need to do is you need to open up the seam all the way down to where your 1/4 inch seam allowance is going to cross. They're on the tips of the diamonds. You want to line up the middle with the crotch seam and then go down and find where it's going to cross, which is right about here. You want it to be above the level of the knee. So we're going to have to go ahead and rip out some more. Alright, we've got it ripped out. Now it's the time to start pinning. Now I'm a quilter, and you know, quilters a lot of times pin things, but I'm not one that likes to. So what we want to do is you want to fold your gusset in half. You want to find the middle. You're going to line that up with either the front or the back crotch seam, it doesn't matter. You want the right side of the fabric to face that side that you're pinning to. That's the right side. You have to remember that this garment's inside out. So in order for the right sides to be facing, you have to put them together like that. So it's all pinned. Let's go sew. At this point, we're going to start in the middle of one side, doesn't matter which. I just like to start in the middle so that way you know where you've started. You need to get all this fabric under the presser foot. Now that's half the battle right there. Now you just want to make sure that you just have the 2 layers and nothing else. So reach in there if you have to. And that's all we have is the 2 layers. Now since this is a crotch seam where we're starting, I'm going to go ahead and back stitch. Now I'm going to follow along the original seam line right here. Just a regular straight stitch for now. Don't forget to pull your pins as you come to them. And away we go. You're about to come up to right here. This is where you've stopped pulling the seam for the leg. So you just want to sew to that point, not past it. Go ahead and back stitch. Forward stitch, and go ahead and cut your thread. I'm just going to keep doing this, and we're going to start in the middle and go the other direction now. I'm going to start in the middle and go on the other side now, from the middle out. Now this one's going to be a little tricky because you have all of that crotch seam in there. You just have to go really slow. So we'll put it right in the middle, make sure that seam's laying flat on the bottom. Press our foot down. Make sure we got it all lined up here. Doesn't this look like fun? But it's gonna so be worth it. Alright, line up the middle on the seam, get it under the foot. There we go. Alright, make sure everything underneath there is flat. We're going to go really slow because there's lots of layers here. And we're over the hump. Let's back stitch. Just to reinforce that crotch. You don't want that splitting out on you. And let's sew. We're just about done with this side. Do you know what the best part is? We get to do it again on the other side. We're coming up to the edge of where that seam should stop. It's going to stop right here. I can feel through the fabric. So we'll go right to that edge. We'll back stitch. Go back up. Needle down, and let's just pivot just to make sure we cut everything over here. Alright, that shouldn't be going anywhere. and cut your threads. All right. Get all of this under here. Press our foot down. Edges lined up. We're just going to do the same thing. And we're there. Back stitch here in the crotch area. Cut your threads. And if you're brave, you can stop right there. If you want to, which is what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back and I'll zigzag over the edge here, just to give it some more security, to kind of finish that edge, keep it from fraying. Let's go over to the cutting table and I will show you how that looks. Alright, so we've got the gusset in here. A few threads still from ripping earlier. And this is the old gusset. Quite a lot more room there. Alright, here's some still shots coming up. And thank you guys for watching. I hope you subscribe.